Hello. What have I been doing? Watching political activism stuff. Arguing with Jordan B. Peterson. I'll send fans on his page. No, I actually arguing. No, I didn't. I made my point. I stayed true to myself, and people asked me questions and actually thanked me in the end for continuing the conversation, and that they realised I was just being helpful, and they saw my point, and which my point is that he is. I understand he's good for critical thinkers. I don't know why I'm talking about him. I think he's interesting to listen to. Like, I believe in love, and I believe that life is guided by love. So it doesn't really matter. It does. It matters to us individually and personally what happens in our lives. But ultimately, the big picture, where it's all okay. We've got to work and we've got to fix it and we've got to make it better, but it is getting better. If we look back to days of old, there was slavery of people of a different skin colour. They were seen as not just slaves, but as if they weren't even human. I mean, we still have slavery to this day, but most people at least see them as human. Back in tribal times, a different tribe could have been seen. Different people from different countries were seen as aliens. So we've come a long way in understanding love. It's just everyone's yelling at the moment because it's like we're Italian now or something. Like we're really passionate. Lots of people are getting passionate because life is getting exciting and things are happening. We've progressed. Technology has progressed and we're learning, and it's survival of the fittest, and we're smarter and we're surviving longer and our lives, but then we're not living longer, we're dying longer. So that still needs to be fixed, and I got the one for that one. That's what I'm doing. How to live longer, not die longer. Stay healthy and regrow your, like me, get well again from having a disease from childbirth and being literally on my deathbed to now getting better and regrowing. I'm not having tests anymore, but all's good, seems good, all going well. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying, but I'm talking about political activism and Jordan and people thinking and love, and what I think that these political activists are doing is shaking things up a bit. They're making people think. And I spoke today to some people, like there was some conversations going on Jordan's page, and there was, fors and against. But the thing is, what I realised is that I can see that he's a bit twisted in what he's doing, and that, but to see what I can see, it's like Lady Gaga's videos, okay? She thinks she's Illuminati and all that stuff, right? So she thinks she's all that, and she's making weird-ass videos with a special message, all right? And what she thinks her message is not necessarily what we get as the message. What someone might put in a movie for subliminal messaging as whatever, they might have evil thoughts, might never ever be seen by the common person. And I feel like Jordan's a bit like that. The common man, and I've been proving it today, the common man is getting what he's got, what's good, which he's making people think. And we're in a day and age now where people aren't bought so easy. People don't buy marketing so easy. Yeah, you can put yourself up as an expert if you want. You can have peer-reviewed articles, and you can prove it the other way as well. We all go to university these days. We all know you can pick either side, and you can prove both sides. It doesn't matter. That's what peer-reviewed articles prove. Nothing. science is not definitive yet. Like, we're still learning. So, is he a problem? Not really. I just don't see him as a bit of a. He wants to be a cult leader, and it makes me. I hate that. It's like new age cults, like the cult for people that don't want to be in a religion, people that don't like religion, critical thinkers that don't like religion love his shit. It's like he's found out how to market to the non-believers, but it is just marketing, because that's what religion is. It's all about money and marketing, and I mean, not for the common people though. For the common people, it's not. For the common people, it's about love and God and good and being good to your neighbour and loving each other, and they get the good stuff out of it. Maybe up the top there's a whole lot of perversion and corruption and all that, but we don't get that stuff. We do as they say, not as they do. That's what we do. We do listen, and we are smart enough, I think, to work out our own truth. And that's just my point, is that we need to work out our own truths. I don't want people ask me, prove your point, or prove him wrong, or do whatever. I don't want to prove anyone wrong, because I don't want people to listen to me as an expert. I'm not an expert. I don't want to be an expert. No. Yeah, I'm a genius. I can work things out. I know that. But I think you can work things out too. And I know the joy and the feeling of success that you get from working things out yourself. Putting things together, getting information from all different places and putting them together with your truth, and knowing that makes sense to you fully, and it's totally has to make sense. It's not just come from some person that's told you this is the way. No. It's everything in your life is all fit together, and it makes perfect fucking sense. That's how it is for me. So why wouldn't it be like that for anyone else? So why would I can't teach that to somebody. They've got to learn it themselves. So I'm not going to, and the information that I have, I look out and I see people teaching it all over the place, all in different ways, and there are lots of different people teaching it different ways. But it's out there. I don't need to say it. I don't have enough time, or I'm not articulate enough, really. I'm socially inept a bit. I am. I know I am a bit. So, like, yeah, it's not really, I don't need to. I don't need to teach all that stuff. People already know it. I mean, Florence Shovel Shin was writing books in the 1920s about stuff I know. So, before I was even born. So this thing, I mean, it's theory. I mean, Aristotle, I don't know, there's people been around for a long time before I came along that teaching us know what I know. And I know that. So it's out there for people to find. But it's not, it's like, if you read books of so-called enlightened people like the Buddha or whatever, they'll tell you, like, they stand there with a flower, okay? Stands there just with a flower, holding a flower, because it's like that. It's like, how do I explain this to you? Look at the beauty of a flower. That will explain everything. As better than anything I could say. I say it, look at a blade of grass. To me, that explains everything. So, but how do I explain that to you? I can't. And I don't want to, because I want you to work it out. But look at a blade of grass. Have you ever looked at a blade of grass? Actually, taken the time to investigate one? I mean, we walk on it every day. Just out of interest. Why not? People get bored all the time. They don't know what to do. But, like, I reckon there could be, like, so much interest in just a blade of grass if you took the time to be bothered to even Google it. Go get a piece, find out what kind it is. I don't know, work out how it all works. It would be really interesting, I'm sure. I know it would be, if you're into that sort of thing. But it doesn't really matter what you're into. This world provides everything. Our life itself has pretty much It's got everything. It's us that fucks it up. So people, like, that's why these critical thinkers piss me off, because life is not an arduous task. Yeah, it's challenging, but don't you want it to be? Or you just want everything given to you? So you're already spoiled brats. You already don't appreciate what you've got. Imagine if you had more. You're already trashing the place. What do you want for nothing? Wow. Anyway, my greatest wish for today is that people will learn to appreciate life and realise that life is good, and that religion teaches us that life is suffering, which is wrong. But religion also teaches that they're in the power of the wicked one or something, some shit like that. So, and it's going away or something. So anyway, religion's not that good and no one likes it much, I don't think. But we like good and love, and like it says, God is love. Everyone loves love. I think even sociopaths, they like being loved. They want other people to love them, even if they conceptualise it themselves and they can't know what it is for real. Feel that they still want it. They do. That's the power of love. It can't be beaten in any way. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope everyone appreciates it. But I don't think they do. I know they don't, because if they did, they wouldn't be acting the way they are. But then, I'm a bit rough around the edges too, but that's because, I don't know, when in Rome, do as the Romans. I'm just trying to fit in here. See you, love you, bye.